Do you really understand food？你真的了解食物吗？三，healthy food. Number three, healthy food. 健康食品。Criteria for judging healthy food. 判断健康食品的标准。Fresh, raw, additive free, original, wild, seasonal, natural, grown with natural fertilizer. 新鲜的、未加工的、无添加剂的、原汁原味的、野生的、当季的、顺应自然的、自然肥料种植的。For example, fresh countryside pork is healthy food. Pigs that are fed with natural feed in the countryside are grown up in accordance with the natural growth cycle. And also the pork is fresh, so this is healthy food. 比如，新鲜的土猪肉就是健康食物，在乡村用自然饲料喂养的，顺应自然生长周期长大的猪，而且是新鲜的，所以是健康食物。If pigs are raised on a large scale, some unnatural feeds are used to make pigs grown up in a short period of time. Such pork is subhealthy food. 如果大规模养殖猪，用一些非自然的饲料，让猪在很短的时间内长大，这样的猪肉就属于亚健康食品了。If such subhealthy pork is smoked and dried to make bacon, it belongs to junk food. 如果这样的亚健康猪肉再用烟熏的方法把水分熏干，做成腊肉，就属于垃圾食品了。健康食品，新鲜的土猪肉；亚健康食品，新鲜的养殖肉、养殖肉猪肉；垃圾食品，烟熏的腊肉。再比如，野生猕猴桃，这就是健康食品；施化肥种植的猕猴桃，亚健康食品；含大量添加剂的早熟反季猕猴桃，属于垃圾食品。再比如，新鲜的牛奶 （fresh milk），健康食品。那么加入防腐剂、储存时间较长的牛奶，亚健康食品。OK，用牛奶制作的冰淇淋，垃圾食品。Number four, top 10 junk foods in the world according to the World Health Organization，世界卫生组织公布的全球10大垃圾食品。一、油炸类食品 （fried food）。二、pickled food 腌制类食品。三、processed food 加工类食品。四、Number four, biscuits 饼干类食品。Number five, soda cola 五、汽水可乐类食品。Number six, instant food 六、方便类食品。Number seven, 七、canned food 罐头类食品。Number eight, plum preserves 八、话梅蜜饯类食品。Number nine, frozen sweet desserts 九、冷冻甜品类食品冰冻类甜品类食品。Number 10, barbecued food 十、烧烤类食品。What is junk food? Foods that are high in sugar, high in fat, high in calories, low in protein, low in vitamins and minerals, or even without vitamins and minerals, and with additives or junk food. 什么是垃圾食品？高糖、高脂、高热量、低蛋白、低维生素和矿物质，甚至没有维生素和矿物质，并且呢含有添加剂的食物就是垃圾食品。我们一个一个看。Let's take a look at it one by one. Number one, fried food. 一、油炸类食品。The culprit of cardiovascular disease, especially fried starch, 导致心血管疾病的元凶，尤其是油炸淀粉。Contains carcinogens, 含致癌物质。Destroy vitamins and denature proteins, 破坏维生素，使蛋白质变性。油炸淀粉，比如说北方人喜欢吃的油条，它就是什么面粉油炸啊。OK。Fried food contains a lot of free radicals, and high temperature seriously destroys nutrients such as vitamins and proteins in the food. 油炸食物里还有很多自由基，同时呢，高温严重破坏了食物中的维生素、蛋白质等营养素。Fried food will bring excess calories, and excess calories will be converted into blood lipids and cholesterol, leading to cardiovascular disease. 油炸食物呢会带来过剩的热量，过剩的热量会转化成血脂、胆固醇，导致心血管病变。Frequent eating of fried foods such as fritters, French fries, fried chicken legs, fried ribs, etc., will seriously damage the liver and cause great damage to the cardiovascular system. 经常吃油炸食物，如油条、薯条、炸鸡腿、炸排骨等，肝脏将严重受损，心血管也将承受很大的伤害。Number two, pickled foods. 二、腌制类食品 cause high blood pressure, overburdened kidneys, and causes of nasopharyngeal cancer, 导致高血压、肾脏负担过重、鼻咽癌的诱因。Affects the mucosal system and is harmful to the stomach, 影响黏膜系统，对肠胃有害。Easily ulcerated and inflamed, 容易溃疡和发炎。Picklings can keep food longer. The traditional method is to use sunlight, wind, or smoking to remove moisture from food, such as salted fish and bacon. 腌制可以使食物保存更久。传统的方法呢是利用阳光、风或烟熏去掉食物中的水分，如咸鱼、腊肉等。Pickled food contains a lot of salt. After eating it, the kidneys need to excrete too much salt. The burden is very heavy, which will affect the excretion of other toxins in the human body and cause many skin diseases. 腌制的食物含有大量的盐，吃进去以后啊，肾脏需要排泄过高的盐，负担非常重，就会影响到人体内其他毒素的排泄，造成很多皮肤方面的疾病。Number four, processed food. 加工类食品 contains carcinogen nitrate for the purpose of antiseptic and color development. 含致癌物质亚硝酸盐，目的是防腐和显色作用。Contains a lot of preservatives, which increases the burden on the liver. 含大量的防腐剂，加重肝脏负担。There is a wide range of processed meat products such as beef jerky, pork jerky, sausages, meatballs, fish balls, meat floss, etc. These are commercialized stuff in order to improve the taste and enhance the visual effect. Leavening agents, bleaching agents, pigments, artificial flavorings, and other chemical additives are basically added. 加工肉制品范围很广，如牛肉干、猪肉干、香肠、肉丸、鱼丸、肉松等。这些是商业化的东西，为了改善口感和增强视觉效果，基本上都添加了蓬松剂、漂白剂、色素、人工调味料等化学添加剂。These foods are very delicious, and when eaten, they will produce a sense of pleasure in the, you know, palate. But how long does it last on the palate? Certainly no more than 10 seconds. 这些食品是非常美味的，吃的时候会产生味觉上的快感，但味觉上的感受能持续多久呢？肯定不会超过10秒。After swallowing it in one mouthful, after the food enters the esophagus, the enjoyment of taste in the mouth is gone. But the enjoyment of less than 10 seconds brings a great burden to the liver and kidneys, and it needs to consume a large amount of nutrients to decompose and excrete toxic substances. 一口吞下去，食物呢进入食道后，嘴巴里的味觉上的享受没有啦。但这不到10秒的享受却给肝脏和肾脏带来极大的负担，需要消耗大量的营养素，分解排泄有毒物质。Number 4, biscuits, excluding low temperature baked biscuits and graham crackers. 4. 饼干类食品，不包括低温烘烤饼干和全麦饼干。Excessive flavors and pigments burdens the liver. 食用香精和色素过多，对肝脏造成负担。Seriously destroy vitamins. 严重破坏维生素。Too many calories and low nutrients. 热量过多，营养成分低。Why do children at home not like to eat? Human appetite is controlled by blood sugar in the blood. If a child eats biscuits, candies, and drinks Coke every day, his blood sugar is at a normal level. Excuse me. 80 to 120 milligram blood sugar per 100 milliliter of blood, and he will not feel hungry. That is, the child has no desire to eat. He often feels his stomach is full. At this time, if you force him or beat him, he will not be able to eat. 为什么家里的小孩子不喜欢吃饭？人类的食欲是由血液里的血糖控制的。如果小孩子天天吃饼干、糖果、喝可乐，吃饭的时候他的血糖在正常的水平，每100毫升血液中含有80到120毫克的血糖，不会有饥饿感。即使啊、即使孩子没有吃饭的欲望，他经常觉得肚子是饱的。这时候你强迫他，就是打他，他也吃不下去。However, The protein, vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients that the children need for growth cannot be adequately ingested, which affects the normal development of children. The best way is to empty all the snacks at home, especially candies, and starve him for a meal so that his blood sugar drops below 75 milligram. At this time, he's hungry and he will take the initiative to eat. 然而，小孩子成长所需的蛋白质、维生素、矿物质等营养素无法充分摄取，影响孩子的正常发育。最好的方式是将家里的零食尤其是糖果全部清空，饿他一顿，让他的血糖降到75毫克以下。这时他有饥饿感，您什么也不用做，他也会主动吃饭的。Number 5, soda cola beverage. 5. 汽水可乐类食品 contains phosphoric acid and carbonic acid, which will take away a large amount of calcium in the body. 含磷酸、碳酸，会带走体内大量的钙。The sugar content is too high, and you will feel full after drinking, which will affect the meal. 含糖量过高，喝后有饱胀感，影响正餐。第六 instant food, such as instant noodles and puffed food. 6. 方便类食品，如方便面和膨化食品。The salt is too high, containing preservatives and flavors, which damages the liver. 盐分过高，含防腐剂、香精，损伤肝脏。Only calories, no other nutrients. 只有热量，没有其他营养。Number 7, canned food, including meat and fruit. 7. 罐头类食品，包括肉类和水果类。Destroy vitamins and denature proteins. 破坏维生素，使蛋白质变性。Too many calories and low nutrients. 热量过多，营养成分低。Number 8, plum preserves. 8. 话梅蜜饯类食品 contains carcinogenic nitrate, preservative and color development. 含致癌物质亚硝酸盐，防腐和显色作用。High salt content, containing preservatives, flavors, damage the liver. 盐分过高含防腐剂、香精，损伤肝脏。Number 9, frozen desserts. Frozen desserts. Ice cream, popsicles, and various ice creams. 9. 冷冻甜品类食品，比如冰淇淋、冰棒和各种雪糕。Contains cream, which is easy to cause obesity. 含奶油，容易引起肥胖。The sugar content is too high, which affects the meal. 含糖量过高，影响正餐。Number 10, barbecued food. 10. 烧烤类食品。Containing a large amount of, wow, this word is very long. How do I pronounce? Triphenyltetradesulfur. Wow, the first of the 3 major carcinogens. 含大量3苯4比丙，三大致癌物质之首。Causes protein carbonization and denaturization, increasing the burden on the liver and kidneys. 导致蛋白质碳化变性，加重肝脏和肾脏负担。 Okay, for more great contents, please visit ChineseTutorial.com/health. See you next time. 再见。